I'm going to be showing you the consequences of micromanaging others.
Inspire Central. Inspire Central. Inspire Central. Inspire Central.
Hello fellow inspirers, welcome to Inspire Central. My name is Monica and I'm the Chief Inspirer herself. It is a joy to have you here. Today I'll be talking about the consequences of micromanaging others. Do you know what it is to micromanage? Micromanaging people is where you give somebody a task and then you keep coming up every 5 minutes to see what they are doing, to see how they are handling it, to see if they are doing it well, and you almost want to take over that task yourself. That is what it means to micromanage people. So today I'm going to be showing you the consequences of micromanaging others. Consequence number 1 of micromanaging people is that micromanaging people is stressful. Very stressful. You know, coming down from your office, coming to check what the person is doing every 2 minutes, every 5 minutes can be very tiring. It can be very tasking, physically and emotionally. You know, the going back and forth has a kind of wear and tear that it gives you. It doesn't just give you wear and tear, it also gives your shoes wear and tear. Those heels are going to be clacking up and down, and you're going to be so exhausted. And of course, when your staff hears you come, it also adds more stress to your staff who you're micromanaging. So stress is one of the side effects, one of the consequences of micromanaging people. Consequence number 2 of micromanaging people is that they fail to learn. This one is a very serious one. It's what happens to your staff when you're micromanaging them. When you're micromanaging people, what you're actually telling them is that the way they may think of doing it is not going to work. You're telling them, in fact, don't think, freeze your brains. Freeze your brains, I'll do the thinking for you, and I'm going to just come and see if you're going to implement what I want you to implement. I'm going to do your thinking for you. So you just stay there and implement. You're the hand. You're the hand and I'm the brain. Yes, while you may be the manager, you may be the executive, these people should still be able to use their own initiative. They should be able to use their own common sense. They should be able to think out things and look at situations to say, okay, this is not working, that is not working, so let's find a way to tweak it here, tweak it there. And they should be able to say these things to you. But when you're micromanaging them, you're just telling them you're not good enough. You can't handle this project. I don't think you can do it. I don't think you can think for yourself. And so what that does to them is that they just freeze up. They freeze up and they are like, okay, who knows what the boss is going to say? Who knows if she's going to complain? Who knows if he's going to come to say this one is not good? So let me do it exactly the way he wants me to, without even putting in my thoughts, without putting in my initiative, without coming up with something that may be better. They just will do it your way because that is what you have told them. You have indirectly sent a message to say, you're not good enough. I don't trust you. I don't believe you can handle this. And so just sit there, I'll tell you what to do. Indirectly, you're making them puppets. You are making them your puppets, and you will find that you're going to have staff that are not well trained. And even if they are well trained, you are going to be diminishing their creativity. You are going to make them stop tapping into their creativity because they don't want to mess up whatever it is you have given them. Since you come, you're always complaining, you're always saying you didn't do this well, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, do it my way, it's my way or the highway. They just feel, what is the essence? Why should I be creative? Why should I come up with something? If I can't be trusted, if my qualifications, my skills, my experience, even the fact that I've been doing this task, even my creativity and my natural initiative cannot be trusted, what is the essence? That is what they are going to say to themselves. So you're going to find out that if you keep micromanaging your staff, they are going to become less creative and less likely to tap into their creativity and their natural instinct. So you want to be able to draw a line between managing and micromanaging. Give them the room to do what they want to do. Give them a guideline, give them a template, tell them what you want, and leave them to find ways to creatively come up with that thing you've asked them to do. Leave them some space to tap into their own smarts, their own genius, their own thoughts, their own imaginations, their own creativity, so that they can come up with something that is what you want, which is also something that they created using their natural smarts, without you having to micromanage, control, and try to morph everything to become exactly what you want. Give people room to be creative. Give them room to tap into their smarts. Give them room to do what you ask them to do, to deliver on the task without you micromanaging them. Consequence number 3 of micromanaging people is that you build a poor relationship with them. Micromanaging people, that thing, it wrecks relationships. It is difficult for you to build a good relationship with your staff when all you do is tell them directly and or indirectly that they are not good enough. It doesn't really bode well. It doesn't really build relationships. It just wrecks them. It just makes people feel uneasy. It puts your staff on edge. It makes them just wonder, what is she going to complain about next? What is he going to say is not good enough now? Who is he going to chide? Who will he blame? Who will he rebuke? And what that does is that it creates this air of tension. It makes the office environment very stiff. It makes people uneasy. It makes people uncomfortable. It makes people just walk on pins and needles around the office because you're always complaining about their work. And so they do not know what you're going to complain about. So they become quite protective of themselves. They become somewhat withdrawn. They keep to themselves. They don't explore their creativity. They don't try out new things because you don't appreciate the one that they did in the past. So they are like, what is the need? What is the essence? They instead start to keep to themselves. And when they start to keep to themselves, they have it at the back of their mind, this guy doesn't like me. The boss is mean. The boss is a horrible person. And guess what? I don't like the boss either. I don't like the boss myself because she's always complaining, he's always complaining, nothing is good enough, no one is good enough. So I don't think I like this environment. And when you start to create that kind of environment, it starts to become toxic. It starts to make people want to withdraw into their shells. It starts to make people to become less explorative, less giving, less intuitive. It makes them start to question themselves. And when your staff start to question themselves about the quality of their work, it's either they are going to start resenting you, or their confidence is going to drop to zero, or they are going to just come together and say, we don't like this guy. And they start antagonizing you and destroying your work. Gradually. And it's all because of the kind of environment that you created with your micromanaging, with your telling people that they are not doing well enough, with your not applauding them for how much work they put in, with your telling them, do what I say, exactly how I say you should do it. Don't think, don't put in any effort, don't make any input, just follow the laid down guidelines. That's not how people function. People need to think, people need to be creative, people need to put in their own ideas, and then they can feel fulfilled when they see the outcome, when they see the result of the work they have put in, they have a sense of satisfaction, they have a sense of pride. So you should let your staff explore. You should let them make mistakes, then you correct them and they fix it. Stop micromanaging them thinking, oh, I want it right the first time. If they don't get it right the first time, it's okay. Allow room for corrections, allow room for mistakes, allow room for growth. Because when there are mistakes and you correct, there will be growth, there will be improvement. People know, okay, we did it that way, it didn't work. Now the boss says it's like this, so let's go do it the way the boss has said. We will tweak it, we will adjust it, and we will see how it will turn out. Instead of you to just give a blanket statement saying, do it like this from the get-go, there must be no errors. There should be a margin for errors. We are all human beings. So make sure that there is a margin for errors. Be understanding, be accommodating. Do not micromanage your staff. Consequence number 4 of micromanaging people is that it does not build team spirit. Team spirit. Team spirit is usually built when people work together, when they come up with ideas, try out their ideas, see how it works, tweak it, adjust it until they get what they want. That is what builds team spirit. That is when everybody is allowed to participate. That is when people are allowed to bring in their ideas, try out new things, voice their opinions. Opinions matter. Letting people voice their opinion goes a long way in building team spirit. However, if you're the kind of boss who is so fixated on it must be like this, it must be accurate, it must be perfect, even when the people have not tried and made a mistake or so, you just want to manage it, you want to oversee everything, you don't give them room to adjust, you don't give them wiggle room, you don't give them room for correction, it's going to cause a stifling in your team. And then you find out that team members are now competing against each other because everybody is trying to make sure that they are not the ones the boss will scold. This person is trying to make sure, I'm not going to fail in my part. I'm going to see that I am upstanding. The boss knows it's me. I put in my best work. I brought my best foot forward and all that. And when that kind of rivalry starts, it becomes anti-team spirit. It works against team spirit. It works against team building. It does not create unity. It does not create team spirit, friendliness, cooperation in the work environment. It doesn't create that. Instead, you have this person versus this person, which is wrong. That's not what it's supposed to be like in a team. It's not supposed to be that way on a team because they're all supposed to work together. It is supposed to be a collective effort. It is supposed to be a unified front and not this person versus that person. When it becomes a team of this person versus that person, it is no longer a team. It is now many solitary efforts everywhere. This person's own, that person's own, and everybody is putting a name on their assignments. Putting a name on their assignment, left, right, center. But it is supposed to be one project, one team, carrying out one purpose. But when you start micromanaging, nobody wants to get the tongue lashing. Nobody wants to be blamed. Nobody wants to be spoken to rudely. Nobody wants to be rebuked. Nobody wants to be scolded. And so everybody is trying to protect his or her skin. Everybody is trying to be on his or her A game. And not being on their A game because, yes, they want to impress you. No, but they want to avoid your scolding. They want to avoid your corrections, your endless nitpicking, micromanaging and all that. So they start to work against themselves. That is going to work against your team. That will work against team spirit. If you want to build team spirit, there should be no room, there should be no space. Do not create an environment where it is this person versus that person. Instead, everybody should work together as a team. And one way to ensure that your team is really a team with real team spirit is that you should forget the micromanaging. Manage people. Do not micromanage them. Do not make them feel like what is the essence of their doing anything. Why are they here? Are they important at all? Do they bring anything to the table? No. Make them feel that they are part of the team. Make them feel that they matter. Their work matters, and their work has worth and value and brings something to the table. So make them feel like part of the team and stop micromanaging and nitpicking every little thing. Alright then. Consequence number 5 of micromanaging others is that in the process of micromanaging people, your own work there, manager, is left undone. Yes. You leave work on your desk and then you go to the staff room and you're trying to make everybody do theirs, do this, do that. What happens to the work on your desk? Did you forget that? Did you forget that you still have your managerial role to carry out? Did you forget that you still have some executive things to do? You have documents to read, you have documents to sign, you have meetings to attend. Did you forget that? Because the way you're carrying on everybody's job, you seem to have forgotten that you have another job, which does not include micromanaging. You seem to have forgotten that you have top executive things to do, and nobody will do those things for you. You have to do them yourself. So this is to remind you, go get some work done. You have a lot on your desk, and that work is not going to do itself. Go do that. When you're always micromanaging people, you end up leaving your own work undone, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to be found wanting. Remember that even a boss has bosses. So if you're a boss who has bosses, remember you still have people to account to, you still have people to answer to, and you still have documents to sign and meetings to attend. Don't leave your work undone. Trust your staff. Believe that they know what they are doing. Believe that they are trustworthy, they are dependable. Give them the templates, give them the guideline, tell them what you want, give them the expectations, and watch them do their very best. Remember that you hired the best staff, so trust their smarts, trust that they know what they are doing. Let them perform, let them carry out their work, let them tap into their creativity, and let them wow you, let them impress you. And even if they make mistakes, give them room for corrections. Let them fix their mistakes. Guide them, coach them, direct them. Do not micromanage them. Otherwise, you're going to be taking on more than what you're supposed to be taking on. And then there will be no need for your staff. Not only will there be no need for your staff will be feeling very bad. And that will be wrecking your team and your team spirits. Alright then, I hope this has inspired you today. Whether you are a boss, whether you have a small community, whether you have a large organization, whether you're a startup, whatever it is, whether you're managing people at home, because you can manage your kids, you can manage your family, whoever it is that you are managing, I need you to stop micromanaging them today. Trust them. Give them room to fail, give them room to make mistakes, give them room to express their creativity, and you'll be surprised at what they will do. Alright, if this video has inspired you, please drop your comments below and tell me how this has got you to stop being a micromanager and give people room to tap into their own smarts and their own creativity. Also, if you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more of such videos, please subscribe to my channel. It costs you nothing. It is free of charge. Please click the subscribe button and get subscribed today. Also, do not forget to click the notification button so you'll be notified as soon as I update. Please like and share my videos. Thank you very much for giving me your time. I really hope you have been inspired. Thank you for spending time with me today. Don't forget to be an inspiration. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Please subscribe, click the notification button, like this channel, share our videos, and follow us on social media. Thank you very much. Pyra Central.
Inspirer Central.